with a former 500 champion, a series champion, and a guy that I've known for quite a number of years. And when he told me one day, I can do this, and by golly, you have. Where, it's kind of, Simon Pagenaud is a name that everybody now knows. You are always in the mix. When there's ever an event, they always say, you got to watch for Pagenaud, you got to watch for whoever. But what's it like that you've made the championship, you've won the 500? What is this series like to you today?
It's, I think for a competitor like me, it's about doing it again. You never rest. And the thing is, once you've tasted the taste of victory, you just want it more, and it becomes about creating another way of winning. It's a lot of fun. It's difficult. The level of the competition is just tremendous. The teams are getting better. The drivers are getting better. So when you do win, it's very rewarding.
I made the mistake one day of saying to Mark Miles, on any given weekend, there's 8 or 9 or 10 guys going to win. He said, no, they're not. There's 15, 18 that can possibly win.
Yeah.
This has got to be the most competitive series in the world, bar none.
I would agree. Obviously, we all have the same cars. There's still the damper shocks are fully open, so there's still work to be done there, and it basically means that you're either consistent or not over the whole championship. But here in Indianapolis, it seems every team has a chance. Foyt's done a great job over the winter. It's great to see them do so well, and that's what's exciting about Indianapolis.
So, today when you win a race, you know that you were the best on that day, because there's guys behind you that could easily have won.
Yes, it's about making zero mistakes. It's about being able to run 500 miles with doing everything right.
What's it like now? You've gone from Penske, which is an organization been around for years, and they've got things in order. Now you're with Meyer Shank Racing, and this year they're having a little struggle.
Yeah.
Are you more involved now than ever with the organization of the team and your team, because you've had the experience and they're still kind of on a learning curve?
Yeah, that was really the challenge I took on with Mike Shank and Jim Meyer. For me, it was about building a team up and helping to bring them to the top. I've been very fortunate to drive for incredible teams like Team Penske, Team Pagenaud back in Europe, in Le Mans. Obviously, Eycroft, De Ferran, Sam Schmidt Motorsport. Those were really, really great teams. And, I've had the chance to see the process of what it takes to do things right. And every team has their pluses and minuses. And the goal for me would be to help bring the team with only pluses. So we're working on that. Obviously, it's a process. It takes time. You can't turn things around in 2 days, but we're getting better. Unfortunately, this year has been a bit of a struggle because others have improved more than us.
Well, we've got two of the best drivers in the series, without question. And I keep going back to the days when you were driving for Gilles de Ferran. And I said, well, he's going to have a team. He's got to bring you, and he didn't. You said, you're going to change your name. I'm going to change it to Simon Indy. And you did it, and you've accomplished it. And there's more ahead. Do you figure you have another 5 or 6 years to go? Or
oh
more?
yeah. I'm. The numbers, age number, I don't believe in. It's about the fire inside, and what you can do on the racetrack. I feel more comfortable, more focused than ever, especially here around this place. I kind of love my odds right now because my understanding of the game is at another level. And to me, this is a chess game. It's tactical, strategical, and you got to be on it every lap. So I feel like it's my best level yet.
Well, this place, even though they can say we've got it figured out, you never have this place figured out because the cloud cover comes over, everything changes. The corners are supposedly 8 degrees, but they're all different.
Yeah.
So you really got to be on your toes every lap around here.
Yeah, it's all about anticipation, being ahead of what changes the car, what changes strategies. You're right. It's a bigger place than anything, and it dictates the outcome. So I really enjoy this place.
Well, I wish you nothing but the best. You haven't got the best starting spot you've ever had, but that doesn't stop you.
It's gonna
you
be
can
okay.
win from anywhere.
It's
you
gonna
got to
be
finish
okay.
it. You got to finish it to win it.
Absolutely. First, you got to finish. Then we'll see where we are.
All right. Congratulations. Good luck to you. Thanks for stopping.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Simon Pagenaud. We'll be right back. We are now speaking with the defending champion. He is a 500 winner, Marcus Ericsson. What's it like to be the defending champion, coming back to the greatest spectacle in racing? You're the defending champion.
Yeah, it feels amazing. You know, it's always amazing to be back here, no matter if you're champion or not. But to be here as the defending champion is, of course, extra special. So I'm trying to, of course, win again, but also enjoy the moment and enjoy this month of May.
You've come from Formula One to IndyCar. Is there any comparison between the two at all, other than you're in a race car going fast?
I think there is a few more than that, but it is very different kind of racing for sure. And you know what I love about IndyCar racing is the fact that you as a driver has a lot more, you know, importance. In Formula One, it's a lot about what car or team you're in. In IndyCar, it's of course also about you need to have a strong team, good engineers and mechanics, but it's a lot more up to the driver to deliver, and that's what I really enjoy about IndyCar racing.
And the interesting thing I found when I would go to a Formula One race is even team drivers didn't talk. Here, you guys play pickleball together. You go out to dinner together. It's a completely different atmosphere. Does that make it more fun for you as a driver and the competitor?
Yeah, it's more of a family feeling here in the IndyCar paddock for sure. I think in Formula One, everyone is very sort of on their own island in a way, and definitely in IndyCar, you are more a big family, and that's, you know, makes it nicer in some ways for sure.
You know, it's interesting that your fan base, when you first came here, they said, who? And now you've got fans everywhere. It's kind of interesting to see. And of course, you're with a team that's got of the top 10 starting in the field. You've got all 4 cars in there. So that not only do you have 32 other cars to compete against, you've got 4 guys in your team that are all fighting it out as well.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I'm super appreciative of all the support I've got. You know, I've had strong support from Sweden over my career, but you know, this year all the support I get here in America is fantastic for me to see that and you know, receive that. And then looking at to the race, you know, the Ganassi cars look strong again. So I feel like we're gonna be right there in the fight, and that's where we should be.
Well, it's great to see you back as a defending champion. I know the fans are enjoying it. Do you get a lot of coverage in Sweden yet?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they show all the races live. We have here, you know, the main Swedish TV, newspaper. They're here to report this weekend. So it's getting pretty big over there. So that's great to see.
And I know the expansion of the European coverage has gone quite big this year. So and, it's great for you. Congratulations on you as a defending champion. Good luck. And thanks for stopping.
Thank you so much.
Marcus Ericsson, the defending 500 champion. Can he do it again? We'll see. We are here with a former 500 champion, a series champion. He's back to run the 500 once again, Ryan Hunter-Reay. And Ryan, what's it like to make a return to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
It's great to be back. It's great to be here with Ryan Reinbold. Really enjoy working with this team. And this race, to be able to just focus on Indy 500 only has been an enjoyable process. The team does the same thing, so hopefully that'll be an advantage for us.
Do you miss every weekend running at all and run the complete series?
There's aspects of it that I absolutely do miss, and then there's other aspects of it that I don't miss. You know, but yeah, competing on Sundays in IndyCar, I do miss that. But you know, I'd been in IndyCar for 20 years straight and 12 years with the same team, so definitely was a good time for a change.
What do you do with your time now on the weekend? Play golf, cut the grass?
Oh yeah, a lot of gardening work. No, I'm doing. You know, last year I did the IMSA stuff with Ganassi, and then the SRX. I'll be doing SRX again. Coaching my kids' sports teams, things like that. Yeah, I'm undefeated as a football coach, so have that going for myself.
Have any of your kids said, Dad, I want to go racing?
Yeah. Somehow they all think that they're just entitled to be race car drivers when they're older, so we'll have to figure that out and how that works. But yeah, they are. We've been doing some karting, kind of practicing. Haven't really got into the full-on racing side of it yet.
There's always a set of golf clubs.
I've been trying to convince them to go the golfing route, and they say it's just way too boring. And I go, watch, you're going to say that, and you're going to get into your mid-20s or whatever it is, and you're going to wish you had golfed your whole childhood. But I'm working on it. I'm consistently and persistent working on them on the golf side.
You know, to have a former champion, a series champion, come back for one shot, it just doesn't seem right. You've got to be more into the series because you're the kind of guy they call you Mr. America that the series needs, the fans want to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be back and like I said, just focusing on this race. But we'll see where things go. I'm not sure. I am actually really enjoying the mix and the variety of the things I'm doing in my life at the moment. So that's what's most important. And being there for my family and my 3 kids, especially at the age that they're at now, is first and foremost the priority.
Do people recognize when they see you that, you know, I've seen you on television, he's a 500 champion. Do they get that?
Yeah, I think so, for sure. It's funny because, yeah, when they're at the track, they love this place more than Disney World, more than any of it.
It's amazing. There's something about this place, and I've lived here 35 years in town. I moved here from Florida, of all places, and I drive by the track and I go, ooh. It still does it after all this time. I came here in '64 and I'm still here.
Yeah, it never gets old, right? And that's the thing. Every time I come back, it feels like it's just more and more. This place matters. To me and my family, it has a certain place that nothing else in our lives has had. And it's just, like I said, they'd rather come here than Disney World. And that goes to show you, from a kid's perspective, just how important it is to us.
When you got out on the track the first time this year, did everything come back, all your experience, all the laps you've had, and the fact that you take one lap and the next one might not be the same? Clouds come over. This place changes like no other place in the world, I don't think.
And that's why we have so much respect for it, you know, from a driver's perspective. It's always different. But yeah, for me, getting back in the car was like riding a bike. Felt like I hadn't missed a day.
You're with a good team. Dennis Reinbold loves this thing. He loves racing. It's too bad he can't put a program together and run, 3 or 4 or 5 times a year.
No, they do a great job. Honestly, they do a great job. And Dennis, we started talking back in like fall of 2022 about doing this, and it was really about the people for me, and his passion for this race is really why I'm with the team. So it's been, like I said, it's been an enjoyable process.
I know the fans are glad to see you, and I'm sure when you get introduced on Sunday, you get a big hand. A defending champion, series champion. Thanks for being here. Enjoy watching the race, and good luck Sunday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it.
Former champion, series champion, and 500 champion, Ryan Hunter-Reay. We're standing out here amongst the Pagenaud cars talking with one of the drivers, and a hot shoe, to say the least, Rinus VeeKay. And Rinus, I talked to you when you first came into the series, and you were all excited to get started. Now you're here. And you're somebody to contend with every week.
Yes, definitely. Now we are starting second for the race, so I'm very excited, and we have been in contention to win the race every year so far. So I hope 4th time's the charm.
When you started racing, was this a goal that you want to come here, or were you looking to go maybe to Formula One?
This was the goal since the beginning. So I never expected it myself to make it this far so soon, but I mean, very proud.
What is it that makes a good driver or somebody better? I mean, you came in and all of a sudden you're somebody every week you got to look out for because you're hot. You're a good, solid, smart driver.
Yeah, I mean, to finish first, you first got to finish, right? So, I love this place, and hopefully this place loves me, and I just like this place.
You have started growing fan base. You got a lot of fans, and I suspect when you're introduced on Sunday in that thing, you're going to get a huge hand. Do people recognize you when you walk around town?
Definitely. It's getting better and better every year. But a lot of people recognize me, and it's nice, that they start recognizing me, especially after my win on the road course 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now, your mom and dad are with you every event?
Yes, they're with me all the time. My dad had a little setback earlier this year, so he missed 2 races, but he's back here for the month of May.
Probably would, if he had to get here in a wheelchair, he'd be here.
Oh, definitely. He would always come to this one.
Do you get a lot of publicity back home when you go to the Netherlands, or do they follow you closely?
Yeah, definitely, especially this race. I mean, I think, IndyCar is now a key word in the Netherlands, so it's awesome, and I mean, it's nice that they pick it up so much and that they get a passion for it too.
How do you like this course? Because it's one of the few, if not the only one, that any given lap, they're not necessarily two alike. If a cloud comer comes over, the track changes. They go to the corners, they change. They're supposed to be all 8 degrees, but every one of them's different.
Oh, definitely. I mean, even the view makes it different. So the wind is different everywhere. You got the grandstands that block the wind in one corner and the other. So, I mean, every corner you treat it differently. So I think turn 2 is really an outlier, but it's an interesting track.
Well, you're an interesting driver. You've done extremely well since you've come on, very quietly, but all of a sudden everybody says, uh-oh, look who's here. And there's a group of you younger drivers that are starting to show you got the talent to compete in this series.
Yeah, definitely. I think the new generation is breaking through. Now, Alex Palou now in the front row, and Felix Rosenquist, 2 young guys. So, I mean, the young guys are taking over.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that. The guys that are retired now were young at one time, and it's your turn to go, and you're showing very, very well.
Exactly, but I still hope to battle with the experienced guys here like Elio and Dixon.
Yeah, they've all done fairly well, so if you can follow in their footsteps, you're in good shape.
Definitely, that's the goal.
Well, good luck this weekend. Starting from the front row, you're going to get a good shot of the fans in turn 1 as you go out, but you won't be looking there. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Front row starter, Rinus VeeKay. We're now talking with arguably one of the most popular drivers in the series, Conor Daly. And Conor, what can you say? Your career has been up and down. You've led this race last year, and the stands almost fell over with cheering. What does this place mean to you?
Well, I mean, it's the greatest place on earth. It's the greatest crowd. I appreciate everyone's support here. It means the world to represent for the state, for the city, for the surrounding communities. We want to win this more than anything, and this team does as well. So fun to be a part of it with this group, and fun to have been able to lead it the last couple years in a row, and now we just need to lead the right laps.
Well, the one that counts is the last one, and you certainly have the capability. And it seems that Ed Carpenter Racing is getting their act together, and your car seems to be running quite well.
Yeah, I mean, here it's quite different from every other track, and it's nice to be competitive, and it's nice to have a car that feels good, gives you the confidence, and the team's done a great job giving us that. So we got 3 fast cars, which is the goal, and we want to give our sponsor Pagenaud.com the ability to drink the milk with us this Sunday.
Pagenaud, what exactly are there? It's not a one-horse operation. They're kind of a big organization.
Yeah, I mean, they're involved in a lot of different arenas, but mainly the Pagenaud.com, the metaverse, the ability to go and hang out with a lot of different people online and use their casino element, which is on my car. Really, really cool, fun casino games to play out there with basically your friends, whatever you want to do. There's cars you can race on there. It's a full-on video game, so it's a pretty cool, interactive community, and that's the future.
Now, you've had yourself in numerous cars, NASCAR none the least. Is there anything that translates between IndyCar and NASCAR in the driving style or driving car or handling or anything?
Absolutely nothing.
You obviously enjoy running in the NASCAR series from time to time?
I mean, honestly, I'll just do what I get paid to do. You know what I mean? It was not the best situation to be involved in, but to have an opportunity to do it, I'm not going to say no for sure. I didn't enjoy it as much as I was hoping because obviously you want to be competitive, and we were not in a position to be as competitive as we wanted to be. So it was great to get the experience. Very, very thankful for it and that group of people. But yeah, still kind of a challenge to do anything with what we had.
The BC 39 is upcoming. I've heard you say you've been there, you've done that.
Yeah, I'm not racing midgets ever again.
Well, that's kind of interesting. But anyway, your team is doing well. Your driving is doing well. We wish you nothing but the best come Sunday in the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500. Well, everybody wish you good luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Conor Daly, getting ready for the big one, the 107th 500.